Cinderella was on the verge of tears when she noticed that her stepmother had left something on the kitchen table. It was an invitation. She picked it up, wiped away a tear, and read,
His Royal Highness, the Prince, cordially invites you to attend the Royal Midsummer Night's Ball. At the Palace, evening dress essential. RSVP.
Go.
When her stepmother had gone, big tears started to trickle down Cinderella's face. She had thought to tell her father how badly she was treated, but felt he might not understand and be disappointed with her. It was her stepmother's word against hers. Sometimes it was more than she could bear.
Cinderella, you had better make us look stunningly beautiful.
Find me a fabulous ball gown so the prince can't take his eyes off me.
I have made them a wardrobe of different dresses. Will you help me to choose the best ball gowns for them?
I'm first. Let me try this one. I shall dance with the prince. He won't be able to resist me because I'm so beautiful.
I want this one. I like red. I shall sweep the prince off his feet as I glide along in my beautiful silk chiffon.
Thanks, everyone. Success! I think we found them the perfect dresses for the ball. My sisters are always difficult to please.
I bet you'd like to go to the ball, Cinderella.
My stepmother won't let me go to the ball. I have to stay here and work.
But you can't go to the ball because you're ugly.
She dressed them beautifully in their new ball gowns. Camilla's gown was made from the finest gold and blue silk, and Daniela's from red and gold satin. They both put on their richest jewels, their rings and necklaces of pearls and diamonds. They paraded around the room like peacocks, glancing at their reflections in the mirror, each thinking themselves more beautiful than the other. Amazed that she found it hard to speak. Cinderella was so amazed that she found it hard to speak at first.
Oh, thank you. This is very kind of you. But how can I go in these old clothes? And however shall I get there?
Follow my instructions precisely and all shall be well. Fetch me quickly the 4 mice, 2 lizards, and the friendly grey rat that you keep as pets, and the largest pumpkin you can find. Now before you go, please listen carefully, Cinderella. My magic will only last until midnight, so you must be home before the clock strikes 12. Here's your invitation. Off you go now and enjoy yourself. But remember what I have said.
Cinderella smiled and nodded. The coachman opened the coach door, and she was taken swiftly to the palace.
You shall go to the ball, Cinderella.
How can I go in these old clothes? And however shall I get there?
Follow my instructions precisely and all shall be well. Fetch me quickly the 4 mice, 2 lizards, and the friendly grey rat that you keep as pets, and the largest pumpkin you can find.
I wonder why the fairy needs the pumpkin and lizards. Let's find them. We found everything you asked for, Fairy Godmother.
With my spell, I can change the pumpkin into a coach and the lizards into 2 splendid footmen.
Fairy, you are amazing, but I'll need someone for a coachman.
With my spell, I'll change the mice into horses and the rat will become a white-whiskered coachman.
Please help me find the mice in the cellar. Can you see them?
Well done! We found everything. No more pumpkin, rat, lizards, and mice to be seen, but a golden coach and horses fit for a queen. No more an old and ragged dress, but a beautiful gown fit for a princess.
This is wonderful. I feel like a princess.
You shall have the most magnificent magical ball gown.
I've never seen such a fantastic ball gown.
We're almost finished. Look in the coach and see what you can find. Put on your shoes and off you go to the palace to enjoy yourself. My magic will only last until midnight, so you must be home before the clock strikes 12.
Oh, this is my dream come true. However can I thank you enough?
The prince fell immediately and instantly in love, and by the time she reached the last step, his hand was holding hers.
Please, may I have the pleasure of this dance?
Why, of course, Your Highness.
She replied, smiling, and her heart was fluttering like 1,000 butterflies. The music played, and they danced and danced. They twirled and glided across the ballroom. It was obvious to everyone that the prince had found the girl of his dreams, and she had found her one true love. Back up the ballroom staircase, losing one of her crystal dancing shoes as she did so. She had no time to pick it up, and to her horror, as the clock struck the last chime of midnight, she saw her golden coach disappear. Once again, she stood in her old clothes and ragged apron. Her enchanted evening was over. Back at the palace, her hasty exit had left everyone in some confusion. The prince was dazed and unable to understand why his princess had left so suddenly. He picked up her shoe as he followed her swiftly up the stairs. He searched the palace and the palace gardens for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Finally, he returned to the ballroom with a heavy heart, and holding the dainty crystal dancing shoe gently in his hands, he announced,
I shall search the kingdom far and wide, and whosoever this shoe fits shall be my bride.
The guests began to leave. The evening was over.
Oh no, it's midnight already. I must run away quickly before my dress turns back into my old ragged clothes. I'm late. Oh dear, the coach has turned back into a pumpkin. How could I forget my fairy godmother's words? I need to leave now. The prince mustn't see me. My scruffy appearance and this ragged dress will scare him away. I need to escape down the empty road so that no one sees me. I need the key to open this door. I need the key to open this door.
Where has she gone? Why did she run away? She is the girl of my dreams.
She could. Daniela smirked and muttered,
Skip a feet.
under her breath. It was her turn next. She pushed and tried as hard as she could to squeeze her foot into the shoe. Suddenly, she screamed that she had cramp in her toe. She yelled and squealed and pulled such ugly faces that the page boy and the royal messenger found it hard not to laugh.
Oh dear! The shoe does not fit either girl or any other girl in the kingdom. We have visited them all, sir.
The page boy informed the royal messenger. The royal messenger immediately took Cinderella to the palace, where the prince was waiting for news of his lost princess.
Success, your royal highness. We have found the girl whose foot fits the crystal slipper,
Reported the messenger. The prince smiled. and gazed at Cinderella's pretty face. He knew instantly that this was the girl that he had fallen in love with at the ball. The prince took her hand.
My dearest Mirabella, will you do me the greatest honor and be my bride?
Cinderella nodded and smiled. She could hardly believe what was happening to her. Her stepmother fainted. When she came to, she was angry at Cinderella's father for telling the royal messenger about his daughter.
They would certainly have chosen one of my daughters to marry the prince if that dreadful Cinderella hadn't appeared.
So, in a huff, she packed their bags, took all the money, left with her 2 daughters, and they were never seen nor heard of again.
Please, ladies, try on the shoe.
Me first? Your feet won't fit. They're much too big.
Me first? My foot is going to fit. I just know it.
Can you stop the quarrel? Tap on the sister that you think should try on the shoe first.
Ouch! My foot is stuck. Help!
The shoe doesn't fit you, lady.
Oh no! It's too small. It won't even fit my big toe.
Please, may I try?
How can it be your shoe? You weren't at the ball.
I have been ordered to search the kingdom far and wide, and whosoever this shoe fits shall be the prince's bride.
She can't be the princess at the ball. I don't believe it.
My lady, the shoe fits perfectly. I will take you to the palace where the prince is waiting for you.
This dress is beautiful.
This is wonderful. I feel like a princess.